Atesh Dile and welcome to Tibet This Week. This is Sakina Bhatt with another edition of Weekly News on Tibet, His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Central Tibetan Administration. Let's look at the headlines first. Power of truth will triumph over power of gun, says His Holiness the Dalai Lama on China. CTA President and Speaker of Tibetan Parliament in Exile attend the 60th anniversary of All India Convention on Tibet. Chinese scholars reject Chinese Communist Party's claim in reincarnation matters. US House Representative Dina Titus, a new co-sponsor of Tibetan Policy and Support Act. We have the power of truth. Chinese communists have the power of gun, says His Holiness the Dalai Lama to media during his pilgrimage to the Mahabodhi temple.
And many of the Chinese they consider Tibetan Buddhism is truly Nalanda tradition, and that tradition is very scientific religion. So now they are truth. We have truth, power of truth. Chinese communist power of gun, long run, power of truth is much stronger than power of gun. Okay.
Thank you.
After completing his events in Mungot, His Holiness arrived in Bodh Gaya on Tuesday this week to give a series of teachings starting from the month of January. Prior to that, His Holiness attended the Buddhist philosophy debate and a long life ceremony at Gande Changse, during which His Holiness reassured to live for over 113 years. President Dr. Lobsang Singye and Speaker of Tibetan Parliament in Exile, Pema Jungne, attended the 60th anniversary of All India Convention on Tibet. Addressing the event in Kolkata this Thursday, Dr. Singye spoke on how the Indian leaders such as Jai Prakash Narayan, Ram Mohan Ji and others told the Indian government not to trust the Communist Party of China 60 years ago. Sikyong said their fears have now become a reality when the Indian government has to spend billions of dollars in border defense against China.
In 1950s, there was hardly any border security personnel. Now lakhs of Indian soldiers are standing on the border. The defense costs could have been spent on education and welfare of so many other projects of India since the occupation of Tibet. Indian leaders and many leaders thought it happened to Tibet, it's very sad, but we will be all right. But now if you look at the border between India and China, if you look at all the neighboring countries from Nepal to Bangladesh to Sri Lanka to Maldives, you can clearly see China's interference, obviously in Pakistan too.
Speaker of Tibetan Parliament in Exile, Pema Jungne, highlighted the grim situation inside Tibet today.
Tibet was not a part of China, and he didn't want India to go for a war with China on behalf of Tibet, but want India to be true to what's going on with its neighboring country, Tibet, that was illegally controlled by China. This aggressive occupation of Tibet by the Chinese communists had taken many innocent lives of Tibetans.
Chief guest Sri Jagdeep Dhankar, Honorable Governor of West Bengal, assured his support for the cause of Tibet.
India shows only respect to the world, and I can assure everyone that the place every Tibetan has in our hearts, you only have to know when they go around either in winter or otherwise, and the respect they evoke. Whenever a Tibetan person wants to make available an item, every Indian has two things in mind. It's genuine, it's cost effective, it is with greatest of dignity, and that is the respect Tibetan people have.
The event also included cultural performances by both Tibetans and Indians. Prior to his Kolkata visit, Dr. Singhi inaugurated the newly built staff quarter of DTR Hospital in Mungod and addressed the students of Sambota Tibetan School. "34 Chinese scholars and democratic leaders issued a joint statement rejecting Chinese government's claims in His Holiness the Dalai Lama's reincarnation. At the event titled New York Sino-Tibet Dialogue 2019, former chief editor of Beijing Spring, Mr. Hu Ping, read out the joint statement which states the right of the Tibetan people on the reincarnation of the next Dalai Lama and called Beijing's interference in the matter as a brutal violation of the right of Tibetan Buddhists inside Tibet and all around the world. The statement also assured support for His Holiness's proposal of middle way approach, calling it a beneficial solution for the vast Tibetan and Chinese people. The statement showed their willingness to strengthen Tibet-Chinese friendship. U.S. House Representative Dina Titus agreed to be a new co-sponsor of the Tibetan Policy and Support Act. Representative Titus, a Democrat representative from Nevada, is a member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Agreeing with Representative Ngodup Tsering that the Chinese government does not have the best interest of Tibetan religion and environment in mind, she expressed concern over the growing Belt and Road Initiative. So much for today. See you next time and have a great weekend.